The reason I decided to do a talk on healing gardens is I had been reading a lot of information coming out about how much gardens can help the mentally ill, especially people with Alzheimer's and cancer patients. And there was no one in the area doing this type of talk. And as Master Gardeners, we are requested to give talks to a lot of places. And one particular club asked that there be a talk given on healing gardens. So lucky for me, Karen was working on this and she agreed to help me do this talk. Now the first slide is talking about stressed out, and all the world is stressed out. The world is moving too fast, we're too busy, and gardens are really a safe place. They're a refuge from all the little irritations of the day. It's a place of peace and serenity, and it provides hope and anticipation of good things to come as we watch things change from season to season and grow and bloom. Everybody needs a place to relax, especially with today's economy. A lot of people can't go many places, and they're making their backyard and their gardens a good place to relax and a quiet place to share with a friend. It gives us a sense of community to have friends together in a family in a garden. It's a quiet place. It's a place that we can spend and reflect upon our thoughts and our feelings. And there's a quote from John Burroughs that says, "I go to nature to be soothed and healed, and to have my senses put in tune once more." That's what a garden is all about, healing the parts of ourselves that doctors can't. The goal of a healing garden is to make people feel safe and less stressed, more comfortable, and even invigorated. Healing gardens are for, you can do different designs for different aspects of care. Alzheimer's patients, their garden needs to be designed a little differently from hospice or nursing homes or meditation. There are even healing gardens for grief and healing gardens for cancer patients. For Alzheimer's, when people get out into the sun and get into nature, the facts are coming back that they have less behavioral issues. So the Alzheimer units are beginning to plan gardens. There's a Alzheimer unit in Brandon Wild in Augusta, Georgia, that is planning an Alzheimer's garden, and theirs needs to be a garden that is contained, where they can be safe, with nothing that they can eat that would poison them, nothing they can touch that would cause them damage, and completely enclosed so they can't escape. It also needs to have wide paths, but paths that have an ending, not paths that go around in circles so they don't feel lost. They feel very safe. The sense of smell is very important in a garden. It evokes happy memories, memories of childhood, or memories of when we got our first flower for a corsage, or when we were asked out in our first date. But it always seems to bring back memories of happy times. It's especially important for Alzheimer's patients, because they can remember back, and it brings them to a place where they feel good and they feel safe and they feel happy. And some of those sense of smells are in everyday life, like a rose would smell very good and evoke memories of maybe they had a rose garden when they were younger, or maybe their parents had a rose garden. Some of the things that we can grow have good fragrance, like lavender, and lavender itself makes us feel peaceful and restful, and that can evoke a good memory, a pleasant memory also. I know gardenias bring back, it's an old-fashioned flower, and it brings back memories of happy times. So gardens for Alzheimer's patients and nursing home patients usually use the fragrance that has been around. It's an old-fashioned fragrance that makes people feel happy. The garden isn't a silent place. There's the voice of the wind and the whisper of the breezes as they journey through the leaves. The songs of birds, frogs, squirrels, and insects are a reminder that we do not own, but only share the garden, whether it's a small bubbling fountain or a large waterfall. Nursing homes, the path should be wide, the colors should be warm, the smells and textures should remind them of olden days, happy moments. But there is also something else about a garden that really is good for nursing home patients. It's good for Alzheimer's patients, and that is the garden is a safe place. Plants are non-judgmental. They don't care if your color is black or white. They don't care if you've been to kindergarten or graduate school. They don't care if you're strong and healthy or if you're fragile. The garden just doesn't care whether we're rich or poor. It is a safe haven for all of us. Being embraced by nature in a garden is to realize that you are not alone in this world. It is very restorative. Deborah Radvaney, a cancer survivor. In today's world, we realize that we have been using too many chemicals and too much drugs to try to control some of the problems, especially with Alzheimer's. And the studies are coming out that we can do a lot to help ease their anxiety by using a garden instead of chemicals, which makes them happier and they can be more useful and can, instead of being doped up and in bed, they can be walking around and enjoying life even to the end. We also realize that people who've been stricken with cancer and they're dealing with all the problems of chemotherapy and is my life going to come to an end and all these life issues, if they can go sit in a garden and meditate and hear the sounds of nature and just smell the sweet fragrances and see that they're not alone in this. In a garden, we never feel alone because we can see that there is a power higher than ours and that he is in control, that we are brought to the garden to meditate on life itself.